IELTS Speaking, Part 3. Society and Culture.
How has globalization affected traditional culture in your country?
Globalization has certainly brought both opportunities and challenges. On one hand, people have wider exposure to international music, cuisine, and fashion, which makes society more interconnected. However, some traditional practices, such as folk music and indigenous crafts, are at risk of being overshadowed. In my view, the key is balance, embracing modernity without abandoning cultural heritage.
Do you think cultural traditions are still important in modern society?
Absolutely. Traditions act as a cultural compass, giving people a sense of belonging and continuity. While technology and modernization change our lifestyles, traditions preserve values like respect, family unity, and community spirit. Without them, society could become rootless and overly individualistic.
How do you think young people's values differ from those of older generations?
Younger generations often prioritize individual freedom, innovation, and digital connectivity, whereas older generations tend to value stability, family obligations, and respect for hierarchy. This difference is natural, but it can sometimes cause tension. However, I think such diversity of values enriches society by combining fresh ideas with wisdom.
Should governments do more to protect minority cultures?
Definitely. Minority cultures often face the threat of assimilation, which leads to loss of identity. Governments should fund cultural centers, support traditional art forms, and integrate minority languages into education systems. Protecting diversity is not only a moral duty, but also a way to strengthen national identity.
Do you think people today are more influenced by global culture than their local traditions?
To a large extent, yes. Social media, Hollywood movies, and global fashion brands have penetrated almost every corner of the world. Young people may sometimes find Western culture more appealing than local customs. Nevertheless, during festivals and national events, many still reconnect with their roots, showing that local traditions haven't disappeared entirely.
Why do you think some cultural practices disappear over time?
Practices disappear when they lose relevance or become impractical in modern life. For example, certain agricultural rituals no longer resonate in urban societies. Additionally, economic pressures and globalization push younger generations to adopt more dominant cultures. If traditions are not adapted or revitalized, they fade into history.
Do you think cultural festivals are important for society?
Yes, they are crucial. Festivals serve as collective memories, reminding people of shared history and values. They also strengthen community bonds by bringing people together. Economically, they attract tourism and promote local industries. So, festivals are not just entertainment, they are a cultural necessity.
How has technology changed the way people express their culture?
Technology has provided new platforms for cultural expression. People now share traditional music on YouTube, display art on Instagram, and even teach cultural dances through online tutorials. This democratization of culture ensures wider reach, but it also raises concerns about commercialization and loss of authenticity.
Do you think international tourism benefits or harms local culture?
It's a double-edged sword. Tourism often revives interest in local crafts and traditions by creating economic demand. However, excessive tourism may commercialize or distort cultural practices just to please visitors. For culture to benefit, tourism must be sustainable and respectful of local customs.
How do literature and art influence society?
Literature and art act as mirrors of society. They highlight social issues, shape public opinion, and inspire change. For instance, a powerful novel can challenge stereotypes, while a painting can spark national pride. In essence, they serve both as a reflection and a catalyst for societal transformation.
Do you think cultural differences cause problems in communication?
Cultural differences can sometimes lead to misunderstandings. For example, body language or gestures may be interpreted differently across cultures. However, I wouldn't call them problems, but rather challenges. With awareness and openness, cultural diversity actually enriches communication by broadening perspectives.
Should children be taught more about culture in schools?
Absolutely. Schools are the ideal setting to instill cultural awareness. Through literature, history, and art, children can appreciate their own heritage while also respecting other cultures. This kind of education promotes tolerance, which is essential in increasingly multicultural societies.
Do you think national identity is becoming less important today?
In some ways, yes. People now see themselves as global citizens, which reduces the emphasis on national boundaries. However, in times of crisis, such as wars or pandemics, national identity resurfaces strongly. I think identity is evolving rather than disappearing. It now coexists with global belonging.
What role does language play in preserving culture?
Language is the backbone of culture. It carries traditions, stories, and collective wisdom. When a language disappears, an entire worldview vanishes with it. Therefore, language preservation is not just about communication, but about safeguarding identity and memory.
Why do you think music is often described as a universal language?
Because music transcends linguistic barriers and speaks directly to human emotions. A melody can evoke joy or sadness regardless of one's cultural background. While styles may differ, the emotional connection remains universal. This makes music an unparalleled bridge between cultures.
Do you think popular culture has a positive influence on young people?
Popular culture has both benefits and drawbacks. On the positive side, it encourages creativity, self-expression, and global awareness. On the negative side, it can promote materialism or superficial values. The key lies in balance. Young people should enjoy pop culture, but also engage with deeper cultural traditions.
Why is cultural diversity considered valuable?
Cultural diversity fosters innovation, creativity, and resilience. Different perspectives lead to better problem solving and greater tolerance. On a global scale, cultural diversity is like biodiversity. It strengthens societies against uniformity and promotes adaptability.
How can societies maintain harmony in multicultural environments?
Harmony requires mutual respect, inclusive policies, and open dialogue. Education should promote intercultural understanding, while governments must ensure equal rights and representation. Social interaction, such as cultural exchange programs, also reduces prejudice and builds solidarity.
Do you think traditions should change with time?
Yes, traditions must evolve to remain relevant. If they are too rigid, people may abandon them. However, changes should be organic, not imposed. For example, modern weddings may adapt traditional rituals to suit contemporary lifestyles without losing their symbolic meaning.
How do you think society will change culturally in the next 50 years?
I predict greater cultural blending due to migration, digital communication, and global trade. While distinct traditions will survive, hybrid cultures will become more prominent. At the same time, people may place greater value on preserving heritage as a response to excessive globalization.
IELTS Speaking Part 3 Education and Work.
What are the main purposes of education?
Education serves multiple purposes. It equips individuals with knowledge and skills, fosters critical thinking, and promotes social development. Beyond employment, it shapes character, values, and global awareness.
Do you think practical skills are more important than academic knowledge?
Both are essential. Academic knowledge provides theoretical foundations, while practical skills enable real-world application. A balanced approach ensures learners can adapt to different professional and personal contexts.
Should education be free at all levels?
Ideally, yes. Free education ensures equal access, regardless of socioeconomic background. However, governments must balance resources to maintain quality while expanding accessibility.
How has technology changed the way we learn?
Technology has transformed learning into a more interactive, personalized, and accessible experience. Online courses, digital resources, and AI-driven tools have democratized education globally.
What role do teachers play in modern education?
Teachers remain irreplaceable as mentors and motivators. While technology provides information, teachers nurture curiosity, empathy, and discipline, which are crucial for holistic development.
Do you think exams are the best way to measure knowledge?
Not entirely. Exams test memory and pressure handling, but they often fail to evaluate creativity, problem solving, and communication skills. Alternative assessments can provide a fuller picture.
Should students be encouraged to compete or cooperate?
Both are important. Healthy competition drives excellence, while cooperation fosters teamwork and empathy. A combination prepares students for real-world challenges.
What are the benefits of studying abroad?
Studying abroad broadens cultural horizons, enhances language skills, and develops independence. It also increases employability by exposing students to diverse perspectives and global networks.
Do you think vocational training is undervalued?
Yes, vocational training is often seen as inferior to academic study, despite its practical relevance. Society should recognize its role in producing skilled workers, essential for economic growth.
How important is lifelong learning?
Lifelong learning is vital in a rapidly changing world. Continuous skill development allows individuals to remain competitive in the job market and adaptable to new technologies.
What challenges do young people face when entering the workforce?
They often encounter high competition, limited experience, and mismatches between academic learning and industry requirements. Soft skills like communication and adaptability are increasingly crucial.
How has remote work changed employment patterns?
Remote work has increased flexibility and work-life balance, but blurred professional and personal boundaries. It also created new opportunities for global collaboration and digital entrepreneurship.
Should employers prioritize skills or qualifications?
Skills should take precedence because they reflect practical competence. However, qualifications provide a benchmark of knowledge. Ideally, employers should consider both.
Do you think job security is more important than job satisfaction?
It depends on the individual. Job security offers stability, especially during economic uncertainty, but job satisfaction ensures long-term motivation and productivity. A balance of both is ideal.
How important is career guidance in schools?
Career guidance is crucial in helping students make informed decisions. Without it, many young people may pursue fields misaligned with their skills or interests.
What impact does unemployment have on society?
Unemployment increases poverty, stress, and inequality. It can also cause social unrest and hinder national development by wasting human potential.
Should people change careers during their lifetime?
Absolutely. Changing careers can reflect personal growth, new interests, or evolving job markets. Flexibility is essential in a dynamic global economy.
How important are internships for career development?
Internships provide invaluable hands-on experience, bridge the gap between theory and practice, and enhance employability by building networks and practical skills.
Do you think automation will reduce employment opportunities?
Automation may eliminate routine jobs, but will also create new roles requiring advanced digital and problem-solving skills. The challenge lies in reskilling workers effectively.
What qualities make someone successful in today's workplace?
Adaptability, creativity, collaboration, and emotional intelligence are increasingly vital. Technical expertise matters, but soft skills often distinguish truly successful professionals.
IELTS Speaking Part 3. Technology and Communication.
How has technology changed the way we communicate?
Technology has revolutionized communication by making it faster, more convenient, and more accessible. With tools like instant messaging, video calls, and social media, people can stay connected in real time regardless of geographical location.
Do you think face-to-face communication will disappear?
I don't think it will completely disappear because human interaction is deeply personal and emotional. However, technology might reduce the frequency of in-person meetings as digital communication becomes more dominant.
What are the advantages of online communication?
It allows instant connection, cost-effective conversations, and flexibility in time and location. It also helps people maintain relationships across long distances.
What are the disadvantages of online communication?
It can lead to misunderstandings due to a lack of body language, reduce emotional depth in conversations, and sometimes create a sense of isolation.
Has technology made people more impatient?
Yes, because people have grown accustomed to instant responses and quick results, which has reduced their tolerance for delays in communication or service.
How has social media influenced communication?
Social media has made communication more frequent and informal, allowing instant sharing of thoughts and experiences. However, it can also promote superficial interactions.
Do you think older generations struggle with modern communication tools?
In many cases, yes. Older generations may find it difficult to adapt to rapidly changing technology due to unfamiliarity or a lack of confidence in using digital devices.
How does technology help in professional communication?
It enables efficient collaboration through email, video conferencing, and project management tools, which save time and increase productivity.
What role will artificial intelligence play in communication in the future?
AI will likely enhance communication by offering real-time translations, personalized content, and virtual assistants that facilitate smoother interactions.
Do you think technology can replace teachers in communication training?
Technology can support learning by providing simulations, interactive tools, and instant feedback, but human teachers are still essential for emotional understanding and personalized guidance.
How has technology impacted business communication?
It has made business communication faster, more cost-effective, and more global, enabling companies to collaborate with partners and clients worldwide.
What communication skills are important in the digital age?
Skills such as clear writing, effective online presentation, active listening in virtual meetings, and the ability to adapt to different platforms are crucial.
How has email changed workplace communication?
Email has made workplace communication more formal, documented, and efficient, allowing easy record keeping and faster decision making.
Do you think online communication affects language skills?
Yes, it can lead to informal language use, over-reliance on abbreviations, and reduced attention to grammar and spelling.
Should children be taught how to use communication technology?
Absolutely. Early training helps them use these tools responsibly, communicate effectively, and stay safe online.
How has mobile technology changed daily communication?
Mobile devices allow instant access to calls, messages, and social media, making communication a constant part of daily life.
How can people maintain meaningful relationships through technology?
By having regular, thoughtful conversations, using video calls for face-to-face interaction, and avoiding over-reliance on text messages.
What are the risks of relying too much on technology for communication?
Over-reliance can weaken social skills, reduce emotional depth, and make people dependent on devices for interaction.
Do you think technology has reduced the quality of communication?
In some cases, yes. While it has increased speed and reach, it can sometimes lead to shallow or rushed exchanges.
How can people improve their communication skills despite using technology?
By practicing active listening, expressing themselves clearly, maintaining eye contact during video calls, and balancing digital and face-to-face interactions.
IELTS Speaking Part 3, Education and Learning.
How important is education in a person's life?
Education is fundamental because it shapes not only a person's knowledge, but also their character and worldview. It equips individuals with the skills to solve problems, communicate effectively, and adapt to a rapidly changing world.
Vocabulary: fundamental, essential, or basic. Education is fundamental to success. Worldview: a person's overall perspective on life. Traveling broadens your worldview.
Should education be free for everyone?
Yes, basic education should be free because it is a human right. However, higher education could involve some cost to ensure quality and sustainability.
Vocabulary: human rights. Something all people deserve by law or morality. Sustainability: the ability to be maintained over time.
How has technology changed the way people learn?
Technology has transformed learning by making resources more accessible and interactive. For example, students can now attend virtual classes, watch educational videos, and participate in online discussions.
Vocabulary: transformed, changed completely. Accessible: easy to reach or use.
Do you think exams are the best way to assess students?
Not necessarily. Exams can measure memory and time management, but they often fail to assess creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. A combination of exams and project-based evaluations might be better.
Vocabulary: assess, to evaluate or judge. Project-based, focused on completing tasks or projects.
Should children start school earlier or later?
In my opinion, it is more beneficial for children to begin school a bit later. This allows them to mature emotionally and socially before they face the structured environment of formal education.
Vocabulary: mature, to develop physically, mentally, or emotionally. Children mature at different rates. Structured environment, an organized and regulated setting. A classroom is a structured environment designed for learning.
How can teachers motivate students?
Teachers can motivate students by making lessons engaging, providing constructive feedback, and connecting the subject matter to real-life situations.
Vocabulary: engaging, interesting, and attention-holding. Constructive feedback: helpful advice to improve performance.
Do you think homeschooling is better than traditional schooling?
Both have merits. Homeschooling allows personalized attention, while traditional schooling offers social interaction and teamwork opportunities. A blended approach could combine the strengths of both.
Vocabulary: merits, advantages or positive aspects. Blended approach, combining two different methods.
How important are extracurricular activities in education?
They are essential because they help students develop teamwork, leadership, and time management skills, which are equally important as academic knowledge.
What role should parents play in their children's education?
Parents should provide emotional support, encourage curiosity, and create a learning-friendly environment at home.
Vocabulary: curiosity, desire to learn or know more. Learning friendly, supportive of education.
How can education help reduce poverty?
Education empowers people with knowledge and skills to secure better jobs, make informed decisions, and break the cycle of poverty.
Vocabulary: empowers, gives power or ability. Cycle of poverty, a repeated pattern of poverty passed through generations.
Should schools focus more on academic subjects or life skills?
They should focus on both. Academic knowledge provides a foundation for careers, while life skills prepare students for challenges outside the classroom.
Vocabulary: foundation, a base or groundwork. Challenges, difficult situations to overcome.
How has globalization affected education?
Globalization has led to greater cultural exchange in education, enabling students to learn about different perspectives and collaborate internationally. Vocabulary: cultural exchange, sharing ideas and customs between cultures. Collaborate, work together.
Should students be allowed to use mobile phones in class?
Only if used for educational purposes. Phones can be valuable tools for research, but they can also distract students if misused.
Vocabulary: distract, take attention away.
Is it better to study alone or in a group?
It depends on the learner. Some people concentrate better alone, while others benefit from group discussions and idea sharing.
Vocabulary: benefit from, gain an advantage from, idea sharing, exchanging thoughts or opinions.
What changes will education see in the future?
In the future, education will likely be more personalized, with lessons tailored to individual learning styles and needs. It will be heavily technology-driven, using tools like AI, VR, and online platforms to make learning more interactive. There will also be a stronger focus on skills that machines can't replace, such as creativity, empathy, and problem solving.
Should students have more say in what they learn?
Yes, involving students in curriculum choices helps boost engagement, responsibility, and motivation. When students have a say, they feel more connected to their studies and are more likely to take ownership of their learning.
How can schools teach creativity?
Schools can encourage creativity by promoting experimentation, accepting mistakes as part of learning, and rewarding original ideas. Teachers can design open-ended projects and activities that allow students to think outside the box.
What are the disadvantages of online learning?
Online learning can lead to isolation from peers, decreased motivation without face-to-face interaction, and fewer chances for hands-on practice, especially in skills that require physical presence.
Should education focus more on theory or practical skills?
A balanced approach is best. Theory provides the foundation for understanding concepts, while practical skills ensure that knowledge can be applied effectively in real-world situations.
How can education promote equality?
Education can promote equality by ensuring that all students, regardless of their background, have access to the same quality of teachers, resources, and learning opportunities.
IELTS Speaking Part 3: Environment and Climate Change.
What do you think are the main causes of climate change?
Climate change is primarily driven by human activities, such as burning fossil fuels, deforestation, and industrial production. These activities release greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane, which trap heat in the atmosphere and cause global temperatures to rise.
How is climate change affecting people's lives today?
People are already experiencing extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and food insecurity. For example, floods and droughts disrupt agriculture, while heat waves and air pollution threaten public health.
Do you think governments are doing enough to tackle climate change?
In my opinion, most governments are not doing enough. While some initiatives exist, such as renewable energy projects and international agreements, policies often lack urgency and enforcement. Stronger global cooperation is required.
How can individuals contribute to protecting the environment?
Individuals can adopt eco-friendly habits like reducing energy consumption, recycling, using public transport, and supporting sustainable products. Small daily actions, when multiplied across millions of people, can have a big impact.
Should companies take more responsibility for environmental problems?
Absolutely. Many companies contribute heavily to carbon emissions and waste. They should invest in cleaner technologies, reduce plastic use, and ensure supply chains are environmentally friendly.
What role does education play in raising awareness about climate change?
Education equips people with knowledge about environmental challenges and solutions. When students learn about sustainability from a young age, they are more likely to adopt responsible habits and influence others.
How do you think climate change will affect future generations?
Future generations may face more severe natural disasters, water scarcity, and food shortages. They might also experience mass migration, as some areas become uninhabitable due to rising sea levels.
Do you think renewable energy can replace fossil fuels completely?
Yes, but it will take time. Solar, wind, and hydropower are advancing rapidly. Yet large-scale investment and political will are necessary to fully transition away from fossil fuels.
How can urban areas become more environmentally friendly?
Cities can promote public transport, develop green spaces, improve waste management, and adopt sustainable construction practices. Urban planning plays a crucial role in reducing carbon footprints.
What is the impact of deforestation on the environment?
Deforestation leads to loss of biodiversity, disruption of ecosystems, and increased carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Forests act as natural carbon sinks, so their destruction accelerates climate change.
Do you think environmental issues should be a priority in economic development?
Yes, environmental protection must be a key priority in economic development. Without a healthy environment, long-term growth is impossible. Sustainable development ensures that progress today does not create problems tomorrow, while ignoring environmental issues leads to hidden costs like health crises, pollution cleanup, and natural disasters.
How can international cooperation help address climate change?
Global challenges require collective action. Countries can share technology, provide funding for green initiatives, and hold each other accountable through international agreements like the Paris Accord.
How do consumer choices influence climate change?
Consumer demand shapes market trends. By choosing eco-friendly products, reducing meat consumption, and supporting sustainable brands, individuals indirectly pressure companies to adopt greener practices.
What is the role of technology in solving environmental problems?
Technology provides innovative solutions such as carbon capture, electric vehicles, and renewable energy systems. It also enables better monitoring of environmental changes through satellites and data analysis.
Do you think climate change denial is still a problem?
Yes, denial and misinformation still exist, often driven by political or economic interests. This slows down action and creates confusion among the public.
How can developing countries balance growth and environmental protection?
They can pursue sustainable development by investing in green energy, eco-friendly infrastructure, and environmental regulations while receiving financial and technological support from developed nations.
Should rich countries do more to fight climate change than poor countries?
Yes, because wealthy nations historically contributed more to emissions and have greater resources to invest in solutions. However, all countries must play their part to ensure meaningful progress.
What are some long-term solutions to climate change?
Long-term solutions include transitioning to renewable energy, reforestation, developing sustainable agriculture, and creating global policies that enforce emission reductions.
Do you think people will change their lifestyle to protect the environment?
Many people are becoming more conscious, but widespread lifestyle changes will depend on awareness, affordability of green options, and supportive government policies.
How optimistic are you about solving climate change?
I'm cautiously optimistic. While the problem is urgent and complex, advancements in technology, growing public awareness, and international cooperation give hope that humanity can address this challenge if decisive action is taken.